Hi, good Friday. Thanks for being here on this day before Veterans Day. However, Veterans Day was being recognized and honored earlier today at the Johnson Central High School. And just before the ceremony began, of course, was when that stabbing took place. One student stabbing another. I'll have a complete report in just a few moments. And just a few moments ago, the most recent update on the condition of the victim, as well as the charges and the status of the juvenile accused. We'll also, of course, have some other news before we leave you for an improving weekend weather-wise, with some more seasonable temperatures expected next week. We'll have coverage of, as well, a couple of arrests that have taken place. Also, a court case affecting the Big Sandy Regional Detention Center, and also what appears to be another court case filed on a totally unrelated topic, and a lot of other news and information before I leave you for, once again, what I hope is going to be a wonderful, wonderful weekend for all, and Veterans Day for everyone as well. Weather-wise, not a whole lot to talk about right now on our date in weather history. Today's date, it was stormy. While it wasn't so much for us here in the viewing area, I know some counties, such as McCreary County, saw severe thunderstorms that damaged several buildings. So a stark contrast from that weather versus today's, and that was back in 2005, if I'm not mistaken. Nevertheless, going on to our first report, the closure of an institution which has long served many families in the eastern Kentucky area. But citing financial woes of $800,000 a year in annual operating costs, the Highlands Autism Center says they're, at the same time as being very sad about the closure of the facility, very proud of the miracles that have resulted from their efforts over the years. Highlands Health System today announcing that at the end of the year, the Highlands Center for Autism will be closing its doors and ending its services. Both services go back to July of 2009. Since then, the Autism Center has been a leading full-time treatment center for the children diagnosed on the autism spectrum. The center has touched, it says, the lives of hundreds of people, and their staff has achieved national recognition for its work and has been a leading advocate for the use of applied behavior analysis to treat autism spectrum disorders. And over the years, their staff has been responsible for many miracles and improving patients' and families' lives. The work of the center has been largely supported by the generosity of individuals and corporate donors as well. And as the local economy, of course, has declined, so have those donations. The promised insurance coverage as well for the treatment of autism has also declined or not materialized, they say, since 2010, when the General Assembly, they say, passed House Bill 159. The cost per year, as I said, about $800,000 to operate the facility. I say quite simply, there's just not enough resources to maintain the program on a going forward basis. The Highlands Center for Autism usually takes a break in December for the holidays, and during that time, kids will have the opportunity, hopefully, to transition into another facility or program. They say also in closing that the Highlands family is very sad about the closure and at the same time very proud of the work that they have done. I'm going to be right back with the very latest, with an update coming just a few moments ago on the condition of the victim and the status of the other juvenile who stabbed a student at Johnson Central High School. I'll be right back.
To get high-speed internet on their state-of-the-art fiber optic network for all of your home and business solutions, or to watch TV without a contract on over 200 digital channels with superb quality, or stay connected with family and friends with 24/7 telephone service you can always depend on, contact Foothills Broadband today. Or just click on their link to the right to find out how they're working to provide the latest in communications at affordable prices with exceptional service at Foothills Broadband. Whoever you're rooting for at the next big game, pick up some of our famous hot and spicy wings or try our new fish dinner at your Sangersville Lee's famous recipe. Or you can always just get a little bit of everything. Hot wings, crispy buffalo wings, dippers, strips, fried pickles, jalapeno poppers, cheese sticks, potato wedges, and more. The game is always better with Lee's. Bumper stickers, ball caps, calendars, t-shirts, pencils and pens and gifts, they get you noticed. They get you votes. And get yours locally with the best quality and savings. Call Avavian Arnett Deaton at 349-3835 or find her on Facebook today.
There's a lot to be thankful for this November. Friends, family, feasts, and fantastic savings from Appalachian Wireless. All this month, get the Samsung GS8 for just $49.99 or the GS8 Plus for just $149.99. Both phones now $100 off the regular price. 2-year agreement required. Better service, bigger savings. That's today's Appalachian Wireless, an East Kentucky network company.
Hi, I'm attorney Jeff Lovely. When hiring an attorney, experience does matter. For over 20 years, I've been representing clients throughout Eastern Kentucky. We are a full-service law firm, representing clients who've been injured in car accidents or at work, representing clients who need to file bankruptcy, representing clients who've been charged with a crime. For all your legal needs, contact my office when it matters. We have 2 locations for your convenience. In Sayersville at 349-4522 and West Liberty at 743-1965.
Just before noon today, just as staff and the student body and guests were getting ready to begin their first ever Veterans Day ceremony at Johnson Central High School in conjunction with the Johnson County Fiscal Court, and also during an early lunch. That early lunch taking place because classes were being dismissed early at Central in lieu of tonight's playoff game, the Johnson Central Golden Eagles football team traveling to Scott County for the second round of the playoffs. But nevertheless, as students were changing from one lunch to another, 2 of those students got into an altercation as classes were changing, and that altercation quickly became violent, with one stabbing the other.
One of them had a pocket knife that he pulled out and inflicted a single wound to the other student. Immediately we were able to get medical care. EMS arrived on the scene, and they responded. The student was conscious throughout. He was very aware and spoke to us throughout the whole time. EMS got to him quickly and got him medical care, transported him to the local hospital. Authorities also arrived at the same time, came down and helped our school personnel, administrators. Can't say enough about them. They very quickly secured the situation, and the authorities showed up and assisted them, and authorities took over and detained the student and began the process of following the law at that point.
Crum described the wound as a single wound to the abdomen, both students as juveniles, with no earlier issues or incidents between them that they were aware of at this time. And just as quickly as it happened, other students rushed to the aid of the stabbing victim, and the school was put on lockdown, and the staff soon began to send out a one-call and use all other means of communication to let parents, staff, and students know that the situation had been contained and that there were no other people or incidents involved.
A couple students immediately helped the student up to the office to get help. Like I said, we contacted EMS almost instantaneously, and they arrived quickly, but those students were so quick to help the student respond, be calm. The rest of the student body were just outstanding, really, that they obviously we tried to get some information out, got on the intercom, and let them know that there was nothing from the outside or a threat. Obviously, I think that in this day and age with social media, things can run rampant very quickly. So, like I said, we tried to address that and try to speak to the news media and everyone to let them know that everything was safe and secure.
And on the topic of keeping the school safe and secure, Central has a security guard stationed at entrances, and staff, according to the superintendent, are always monitoring and supervising during and in between class. And actually, before today's incident, they had already started conversations with local authorities to find a way to try to have a safety resource officer stationed at the school every day. But in reality, there are still some things that are hard to prepare for and impossible to predict.
Oh, they are. I think the key to that is trying to be proactive and in looking at every possible scenario and trying to be preventive. And key to me to that is relationship building with our students, so that if everybody has a relationship with our students, there's always somebody that person can go to, or there's somebody, if they hear something, they have a go-to person they go to, and hopefully we can stop any events from happening before they happen. It is scary, and that's always in the back of your mind, fear of something tragic happening. We're blessed for the fact that it was an isolated event. It was an altercation between two young men. It was quickly taken care of, and the most important thing is the student is safe. I think we all have to be aware of our surroundings and of our community, and we have to take care of one another, and we have to be willing to not be paranoid, but we have to be aware of what's going on around us, and we have to take things serious, but we have to be realistic in what we hear and what we see as well.
Now, within the last hour, I've had communications with two individuals, Public Information Officer Keith Maynard with the Paintsville Police Department, as well as Principal Noel Crum. Here's what I can confirm at this hour, that the juvenile accused of committing the assault earlier today has been charged as such with assault in the first degree. And that, of course, is a very serious felony charge. That juvenile has also been lodged in the Boyd County Juvenile Detention Center. As for the condition of the other juvenile, which was stabbed, we know that he was first taken by ambulance to the Paul B. Hall Medical Center, and I have confirmed that from there he was airlifted, I believe, to the Pikeville Medical Center for the severity of his injuries. That last report, as near as I can get, he was listed in stable condition. That's all we have on his condition at this hour. More local and area news. We'll be right back.
A tire more than 25% low, about 8 pounds, makes you 3 times more likely, and worn out tires 11 times more likely to be in a tire-related crash. Don't take your or their safety for granted. Come in for a free inspection, 6 months, no interest financing, the best price and best selection at Conley Tire in Staffordsville. As at least 1 out of every 5 people will likely get the flu this season, putting hundreds of thousands in the hospital and sadly proving fatal for another 50,000 more. Now is the time for everyone 6 months and older to get their flu vaccination, so you'll be 60% less likely to have to worry about catching it. They've got flu shots ready, so all you have to do is come by and see the people who want to keep you from getting sick just as much as they want to make you well again when you are. Get your flu shot today at Hope Family Medical Center in Sagersville.
We are all human. Because we're not perfect, we tend to make mistakes. Unfortunately, some mistakes are severe and carry more consequences than others. If you have been hurt in a car wreck, a truck wreck, or because of someone's mistake, reckless or careless behavior, you deserve help with your medical expenses, lost wages, and serious permanent pain and injuries that you have been made to suffer and will continue to suffer for the rest of your life. If you have been injured, I can help. I'm attorney Don Wayne McFarland. Call me and let me go to work for you. 349-9000.
To create your very own scene right out of the North Pole, filled with all the warmth, glow, and cheer of Christmas, make a holiday stop at the Seasonal Shop. They've got countless trees, ornaments by Raz, Kurt Adler, Mud Pie, and more. Personalized and customized ornaments and bows and wreaths, cool and cute custom tops by Lucky Bird, and just as sure as there's a naughty and nice list, there's only one sure way you can see all the Christmas gift ideas and festive decor, and that's to step into the region's biggest and best selection of home decorating and gift ideas, Fraser's Prater Drugs Seasonal Shop, where they're having their annual open house starting Wednesday the 15th with at least 20% off the entire store with other big discounts and free refreshments, door prizes, and more.
A couple of arrests to pass along to you this evening. The first of a Johnson County man who is accused of, so far, a felony count of custodial interference in regards to coming to what appears to be McGoffin County to get a 13-year-old, just 13-year-old, out of her house without her parents' permission. McGoffin County Sheriff's Deputy Jonathan Holbrook reportedly opened up an investigation into a complaint by a parent saying that around 3:30 in the morning this past Wednesday morning, 19-year-old John C. Horn of Stambo, Kentucky, over in Johnson County, came to the residence where lived a 13-year-old girl. Holbrook issuing an arrest warrant after the parents of the girl, said that John C. Horn came to the residence and picked up their daughter just at the age of 13 without their permission, and they left the residence. Kentucky State Police Trooper Jimmy Stratton actually executed the arrest warrant the following day, just hours later, at around noon. So far, Horn is charged with custodial interference, which is a felony charge. The investigation is still ongoing by both the Montgomery County Sheriff's Department and Kentucky State Police Trooper Jimmy Stratton, who says that Horn did admit to him that he was the one responsible for going to the home and picking up the juvenile and leaving the residence with her without permission, of course, of the parents or guardian. Horn was ordered held on a $5,000 surety bond. Meanwhile, here in Sagersville last night, Sagersville Police Officer Mike Nichols says that he got a phone call from a fellow officer saying that a woman was walking on Sugar Camp off of Dixie Avenue and staggering as she made her way down the road. Nichols notes in his arrest citation that after responding and finding the female in that area, he questioned her, and she did appear to be under the influence, and after some pressing, she did admit to the officer that she had just shot up with methamphetamine just before that. He also found several items on her person that resulted in charges. He found 2 different aerosol cans, if you will. Hairspray, I believe he described one, and I'm not sure the other, but when he turned those cans over in the punt or the concave portion underneath, he could see dried drug residue, which he believes was from Delana Ratliff crushing up some sort of a pill or drug and then using it to, combined with water, inject it into her body at a later time. One can was believed to have had Suboxone on the bottom, and the other was sent to be tested. He also found a needle in her jacket as well. The 43-year-old Sagersville woman was charged with possession of a controlled substance in the first degree, possession of a controlled substance in the third, public intoxication of drugs, and possession of drug paraphernalia. 2 reports concerning the Big Sandy Regional Detention Center, both having to deal with lawsuits of some sort. I'll have that information and some other news in just a few moments. Right now, let's see what's happening real quickly. Just a couple of reminders for you on tonight's McGoffin Farm Bureau Community Calendar. But first, a birthday wish to Sherry Watson with a lot of love from Marvin, from Margie, from Leanne, from Bill, from Ollie, Kate, and Will. You know the drill. They all love you and wanted to wish you the very best of birthdays, Sherry. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Going on, just a couple of quick reminders about the special events honoring our veterans over the course of the weekend. First will be the Veterans Ceremony. It'll begin tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock in the Ramey Park. Our Chapter 15, the DAV, will be there. They're going to have several guest speakers, as I understand, and they hope that you will join them in honoring our veterans, our men and women, of course, who have fought for our honor, for our freedom, and for all the other rights that we so enjoy. With that said, those same veterans are asked to join the Sagersville Masonic Lodge and active duty personnel as well following tomorrow's services later in the afternoon at 3 o'clock. Veterans, active duty personnel, please find your way over to the Sagersville Masonic Lodge Hall for a wonderful appreciation dinner. And on a same note, or the same note, the following day, Sunday, the Sagersville Free Will Baptist Church and Pastor Floyd Arnott invite you to their dinner, and actually services starting at 11, and then their appreciation dinner following services, all in honor of our veterans. I'll remind you at least one time next week, but a reminder for tonight, the Montgomery County Safe Coalition, Substance Abuse Free Environment Coalition, and our Endangered Child Team both meet this Wednesday, next Wednesday the 15th at 1 o'clock at the Montgomery County Health Department. If you'd like to be a part of those organizations or help them with their cause and efforts, it's open to the public, and everyone's encouraged to attend. And we encourage you every day to use our calendar for birthdays and anniversaries too, of course, but for those other announcements for your churches, clubs, organizations, nonprofits, what have you. Does it cost anything? It's as simple as telling me so I can tell everyone else about it. That wraps up calendar announcements, but it does not wrap up news. I'll be right back with the rest of the show in just a second.
Lay away now for Christmas at Parkway Gun & Pawn on all new and pre-owned guns, on everything from the best in personal protection to the very best sport and hunting rifles. And layaway is available on all the other great gift ideas, all priced at pennies on the dollar. And if you need a little extra cash for the holidays, they'll loan you cash today on just about anything worth $1. Parkway Gun & Pawn. Much more than diesel specialist, Black Smoke Performance is turning out excellent auto body collision paint and repair results with free quotes and estimates on everything from insurance jobs to that ding you got in the driveway, custom lift kits, bed liners, winches, and accessories, and full diagnostics and repair on anything gas or diesel, from brakes to fluid changes to major auto repair. If you want it fixed, lifted, painted, customized, or just maintained, just call on the team at Black Smoke Performance in Dixie of Sagersville, 100 May Drive, or 349-8785.
Hello, McGoffin County. I'm Matthew Wireman, and I'm officially announcing my candidacy for County Judge Executive on the Democrat ticket. I've decided to run for this office not to satisfy a thirst for power. I'm running because I love McGoffin County, and I believe prosperity is within our reach. I want to use my skills, experience, and leadership to serve you and to help make our county a better place to live, work, and raise our kids. I'm asking for your support during this campaign and for your vote on Election Day. Thank you.
Hi, this is John Harris at Gateway Motors. We're having to get it out of the mud sale. Everything we have is covered in mud, so if you want a good deal, right now is time to get it.
Yeah, no joke, no gimmick. The road construction is killing them, so John has cut another $1,000 off this super economical 2015 Mitsubishi. It's got less than 22,000 miles, new tires, and it's only $69.95. He cut this 08 Crew Cab Dodge 4x4. It's $5,000 below book. He cut $2,000 off this Ford Escape 4x4 XLT to $69.95. And this 2010 Honda Civic with ultra low miles, only $83,000. His price just too low to advertise. Call today for quick pre-credit approval, $0 down, low income approval, and most payments under $200 a month at Gateway Motors in Sagersville, 349 cars.
After nearly 5 years in the court system and after round 3, if you will, before the Kentucky Supreme Court, a ruling again not in favor of the Big Sandy Regional Detention Center into fees that it hoped to collect from the Lexington-Fayette-Urban County government.
The state Supreme Court ruled last week against the Big Sandy Jail. The jail had sued the Lexington-Fayette-Urban County government 5 years ago nearly for reimbursements of housing prisoners arrested on Fayette County warrants but picked up in one of the 4 counties that participate in supporting and funding the jail. In the first round of these cases in district court and the local level, the Lexington jail's motion to dismiss was granted on sovereign immunity. The Big Sandy jail appealed that to the Kentucky Court of Appeals, which upheld the circuit court's decision. And now the Kentucky Supreme Court, which the Big Sandy jail took it to most recently, essentially says that possession, well, the old saying is 9/10 of the law, but possession in this case is the law, meaning that prisoners under the control of Johnson, Lawrence, McGoffin, or Martin counties, when picked up on Fayette County warrants, are under the possession of those counties which they are picked up. And only when prisoners are turned over to Fayette County are they Fayette County's responsibility, financially and otherwise.
A separate and unrelated report, but also dealing with the Big Sandy Regional Detention Center, I have learned of a civil case that has been filed by a McGoffin County man who will remain unidentified, of course, given the sensitivity of the case, but nevertheless, a civil case or civil suit was filed on the 6th day of this month, just a few days ago, earlier this week, claiming that an inmate at the time, a man from McGoffin County, while being lodged in November of last year at the Big Sandy jail, was forcibly sodomized by another inmate. He also claims that the staff at the jail failed to prevent or intervene or provide treatment for his situation or injuries. He is suing for the cost of the ongoing medical treatment that he is enduring and pain and suffering. The total lawsuit asking for $2 million in damages. I'll be right back. A quick look at your weather forecast is next, and with a lot going on tomorrow, and of course hopes pinned on some warmer air, we'll have some good news for you, I think. Stay tuned.
100% safe and secure mobile banking app at Sagersville National. We're always working to make your life a little easier, and our mobile deposit feature gives you more freedom and more time to do what you love the most. Just open the app, confirm the amount, and click. You're done. A safe, no-hassle way to manage your money from anywhere in the... well, you get the drift. Now get the app at Sagersville National Bank, 349-3131. Yes, Logan makes the best truck bodies on the market, and they also have a fully stocked warehouse of dump body parts, PTOs, hydraulic pumps, hoists, anything you need to get back on the road. And they are a full-service steel and aluminum service center. They keep I-beam, channel, angle, pipe, round rod, rebar, expanded metal, sheet metal, and aluminum all in stock. And if you've got a big project, they do commercial manufacturing to your specs. Logan, since 1904. Here's your Licking Valley RACC outlook for tonight, for Veterans Day, and for beyond. And we've got still, like I referred to last night, a bit of a seesaw effect here going on a little later. Tonight, some of the coldest air, if not the coldest air we've seen certainly this season. 21 degrees is where I expect to fall tonight. Clear skies are going to help just exacerbate that. And east winds maybe from the northeast and east, 5 to 7 miles per hour. Going to be cold when you get up on Veterans Day, so that'll be a slow climb to 50 degrees, but that's where we should top out. But we will do so under clear, mostly sunny skies, but dry skies, and that's the main thing for Veterans Day tomorrow. And I think we'll stay dry start to finish for your Saturday. Sunday, not so much. In fact, 20% chance of showers, but I don't think until like after 4 o'clock. So I think while it'll be cloudy before that, up into the afternoon and early afternoon, it will stay dry until about then. Now that 20% chance after 4, well, it just continues to build. And while we'll see 53 and 43 for your high and low, we're going to see showers likely Sunday night. No significant rainfall totals right now expected. Maybe a half inch across the board for most everyone at most. Now, thereafter, we'll take a little bit of a fall temperature-wise as we start off next week, back to the upper 40s, right at 50 degrees, and skies will become sunny as the day goes on. Partly cloudy skies Monday night. We'll stay dry, I think, into your Tuesday as well with some more sunshine, temperatures pushing close to 53, 54. Nighttime lows will be above freezing Tuesday night into your Wednesday morning. And I think temperatures will climb all the way up to 57 or 58 on Wednesday. Then the shower chances come back into the forecast, low of 45. And if you look a little farther down the road than that, Thursday, 58, partly sunny. And then Friday, 59, and showers. And a little bit of that back and forth through much of next week. But temperatures will continue to build from 49 Monday all the way up to maybe 59 by the end of the work week. So that's going to do it for tonight. We hope you have a wonderful weekend. We hope the warmer air makes us all feel a little bit better and brighter, and hope to see you back here next week for more of Your News Today. Good night, and thanks for watching.